Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news. Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
At North Fork Animal Clinic, we're more than your pet's health care. We're your neighbors. We combine top-quality veterinary care with the availability you can count on, keeping tails wagging and pets thriving. And as proud supporters of youth sports in Southern Ohio, we're committed to helping our whole community grow strong. North Fork Animal Clinic, caring for pets, supporting our community.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Rathkamp Financial is a comprehensive financial services firm committed to helping our clients improve their long-term financial success. Our customized programs seek to grow, protect, and conserve our clients' wealth by delivering personalized service and expertise. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member, FINRA SIPC. Please call us at 740-775-1040 to schedule a consultation.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget, as well as 60 months, 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place. And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
Experience the hometown Chevrolet difference. Check out our huge selection of Silverado trucks, Equinox SUVs, and the latest Chevy models. Priced to move and ready to hit the road today. Plus, with the Hometown Advantage, you get free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty at no extra cost. That's real value and real peace of mind. Your Hometown Chevrolet is proud to be your trusted local dealer of new and pre-owned inventory, delivering unbeatable deals and top-notch service. Visit us today at 501 West Emmett Avenue in Waverly or start shopping online at yourhometownchevy.com.
For 175 years, the Glockner name has stood for trust. Today, that promise continues. Every time your family turns the key. Generations have trusted us for one reason. We never stopped caring. From preschool drop-offs to road trips, you leave our service center knowing your family is in the safest hands possible. 175 years of social proof that this isn't just service. It's a promise from our family to yours.
Have you experienced simply brilliant fiber internet? Yeah, that's Glow Fiber. Lightning-fast internet that keeps up with your busy life. A reliable fiber-to-the-home network whether you're working, learning, playing, or streaming. And best of all, Glow Fiber has real local support from real people who are happy to talk to you. And switch now for your first month free. Faster, more reliable fiber internet with real local support. Glow Fiber. Simply brilliant.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery, tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
I'm Tyler. And I'm James. We want to thank you for continuing to make the Root Sports and Fitness Center your headquarters for youth sports in Southern Ohio.
The regular season winds down, but league play still heating up here in Southeast Ohio. OVC action on this Friday night here in February, just 2 days before the tournament draw. We've got the 16-1 Chesapeake Panthers taking on the 11-8 Portsmouth Trojans here at the Trojan Arena. Tonight's presentation of Ohio High School basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. Carson Francis and John Bruce joining you tonight. John, two of Southeast Ohio's historically most storied programs going at it on the hardwood tonight. They met earlier this season, a dominant win at home for Chesapeake, and now the rematch here in Portsmouth tonight. What can we look forward to on this Friday evening?
Well, before we get into that, just looking over, we talked about it before we went on about the state championship, state Final Four banners that they have hanging here, amongst all of the other championship banners they have here at Portsmouth. And then it's a similar thing, a lot of it district banners over and OVC championship banners over in Chesapeake. They've only made the one trip to the Final Four, but they're looking to break through for a second trip this year. They've got a huge game on Tuesday with Ironton. They cannot look ahead at all. Ironton's only loss in OVC play was here at the Trojan Arena. Chesapeake's only loss was to Ironton, so this one's got a lot on the line for it. This is a Portsmouth team that has really stepped up their non-league. They want to get better. They expect to be really good in a couple of years, and right now sitting at 11-8 are off to a pretty nice start right now. They're going to get a home game for the opening round of the tournament, and a win tonight would just bump them up maybe into that 5 spot. We'll kind of see. It's a lot of number stuff will come down. You can probably check it out about 10 a.m. tomorrow morning to see pretty much where teams are going to be seated. But this one has a lot of OVC implications as well.
Let's take a look at the Portsmouth Trojans coming in off of a 70-53 loss in the rematch to Ironton. This one taking place Wednesday night over at the Conley Center in Ironton. Don't let that final score fool you. Portsmouth was ahead by 1 at the half, giving Ironton all they could handle. The Fighting Tigers came out in the second half and punched the Trojans right back in the mouth, ran away with a 17-point win. But we've seen in that first half on Wednesday, and really all throughout this year, we got to see Portsmouth compete last Saturday in our SOSA basketball classic against Zane Trace, gave the Pioneers all they could handle. This is a Portsmouth team that maybe the wins don't show for it, but they can go out and compete with anybody on the other side of the floor.
If their shots are falling, they're a very good team. The only thing that has kind of hurt them throughout the season has been the defensive side of the ball, because they can put up points with anybody. But if they're not getting stops and they're not shooting with consistency, that's going to turn into more losses. We saw that last Saturday at the SOSA Basketball Classic, where they were really into the game for a good while. Then St. Trace starts going inside, scoring pretty consistently, and then Portsmouth went on a little bit of a lull, and because of that ends up being a 10-point loss in a game that was a really good game. It just, when you have 3 or 4 minute lulls, when you don't play great defense, it can turn into an 8 to 10 point deficit in a hurry. And this Chesapeake team can put up points massively in a hurry.
Leading the charge for the Trojans in the loss to Ironton on Wednesday was the 6'2 senior Logan Adkins. Came over last season from Wheelersburg, missed a lot of time last year due to injury. He's been back in full force this year and has been a bright spot for the Trojans and a big piece to where they stand at 11-8 so far this year.
Yeah, you get a really good point guard. You get good guard play, which they have all around, and that really makes it to where your team can go. If you don't have a good point guard, that tends to lead to a lot of losses. When he gets hurt last year, that's when the losses started to pile up for Portsmouth. Now that he's been healthy, that's where they've been much more competitive, why they are on the positive side of the win-loss column this year, because he can score at every level and he can get his guys involved. He also, they dealt with a lot of injuries last year. Now this year they've had some different players that have stepped up that maybe without those injuries and having to go through that adversity last year, maybe they wouldn't be ready for this year. But because of that, it's given them a little bit better start to the year.
Let's take a look at the Chesapeake Panthers now on the other side, coming in with a 16-1 record. Their only loss coming to those Ironton Fighting Tigers, who they'll meet on Tuesday back at the Pearson Court. They last played earlier this week against Rock Hill, where Chesapeake gained another member of the 1,000-point scoring club when Caden Perkins knocked down a three-pointer early in the second half to cross the 1,000-point milestone. Truly a terrific moment for a guy like Caden Perkins, who's been in this Chesapeake program as long as he has, kind of been there to see it be rebuilt under head coach Stephen Ader.
Yeah, he was a big part of their team as a freshman, and he's just gotten better and better throughout the years. He's a great shooter. He's pretty tough for not being very big. I mean, he's listed at 5'10". I'll just say this, I was listed at 5'11". So, but man, he can really step outside and shoot. He brings some toughness as a guard and a little bit of a chippiness too, where he's had to play as an undersized guard for 4 years. And because of that, it kind of brings a little bit of attitude of like, hey, you're not going to stop me. I'm going to score on you. And that's a great thing to have, because when you've got a lead guy like Kazee, that just makes them very dangerous. And that's not even going through the entire depth of how good their starting lineup is.
Perkins and Kazee both honorable mention, or Perkins honorable mention All-Ohio last year. Maddox Kazee, third team All-State. But you talked about the depth of Chesapeake, and even when Perkins and Kazee aren't getting things done the way they normally do, Chesapeake's still got options and guys like John Cooper Barker, Philip Thacker, and Carson Frecka in their starting five. A lot of key pieces off the bench as well, just top to bottom. Any of the 5 guys on the floor for Chesapeake are capable of going out and making a play when you need them to.
To me, this feels like a game where Carson Frecka can really get going too. He's going to have a size advantage, the lefty inside, rebounds really well. He plays with a nice level about him. And then you're also going to get to see Phil Thacker do what he does best, which is just guard the basketball. I mean, that dude can guard anywhere. And then John Cooper Barker is one of those kind of underappreciated players around the area, because he can guard, he can get to the basket, and he can step outside and knock down threes like we saw in the Fairland game. So he can do a little bit of everything. He's that 5th starter, but having a 5th starter that can get you 6 to 8 and sometimes in double figures a game is invaluable for this team.
Perkins and Kazee combined for 54 in the last game, a 27-point win over the Trojans over in Chesapeake. We'll see if the Panthers can repeat that in the rematch here at the Trojan Arena. National anthem and player introductions set to follow. We'll take a break and come back for tip-off between Chesapeake and Portsmouth. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, Your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget as well as 60 months 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news. Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Have you experienced simply brilliant fiber internet? Yeah, that's Glow Fiber. Lightning fast internet that keeps up with your busy life. A reliable fiber-to-the-home network whether you're working, learning, playing, or streaming. And best of all, Glow Fiber has real local support from real people who are happy to talk to you. And switch now for your first month free. Faster, more reliable fiber internet with real local support. Glow Fiber. Simply brilliant.
We welcome you back to the Trojan Arena here at Portsmouth High School. Chesapeake and Portsmouth set to do battle in OVC action just 2 days before the tournament draw in Divisions 3 through 7. Both of these teams, Division 5, looking to make a push in the postseason as we await the starting lineups first for head coach Stephen Ader's Chesapeake Panthers. So you got to look down there on the bench before they're introduced. John Cooper Barker, Caden Perkins, Maddox Kazee, Philip Thacker, and Carson Frecka, the usual 5 for the Panthers.
Yeah, you got 4 seniors and then probably the strongest junior out of a really strong junior class throughout the Southeast District. Maddox Kazee can do a little bit of everything, step outside, get to the basket, and find his teammates. Very unselfish player, and because of that, every other player on the court is that much better for this Chesapeake Panthers team.
We talked about during the pregame, top to bottom, Chesapeake can go to anybody on the floor. We've seen that through really all the games that we've streamed, gotten to watch them this year, whether it's Frecka, Thacker, John Cooper Barker stepped up and got a couple big buckets in a few of the games we've seen. Off the bench, you've got guys like Dennis Scarberry, Andy Chapman, who they don't maybe get as many minutes, but when they do, they're very valuable.
Yeah, it's an outstanding team Coach Ader has put together. Really talented, and they all play their role really well.
And now the lights are out in the Trojan Arena as we will hear the starting lineup for head coach Aaron Smith's Portsmouth Trojans. Some great atmosphere here in Portsmouth.
And sometimes you don't get that when you don't have the JV game ahead of it. But the crowd's really turned out well for this. Now you know it's a 7 o'clock start, so you know when to get here. You don't have to worry about maybe showing up late. Starting a couple of freshmen tonight. A little bit different starting lineup for the Trojans than the other day.
Logan Adkins, Makai Berry, Jay Lofton, Connie Thomas, and Joe Green, your starting 5 for the Trojans. Again, a little different look. Most notably, no Daquan Woods in the starting lineup for Portsmouth.
Yeah, we'll just see if it's a little bit of a different starting lineup. Just trying to get things going a little different way for Coach Smith's team.
Makai Berry standing in center circle with Maddox Kazee. Chesapeake wearing their usual purple road uniforms. They've worn black at times. We've seen them this year, going with the traditional purple black text. Portsmouth in their home whites. OVC action on the banks of the Ohio River. We're underway from Portsmouth. The Trojans had the first possession of the night as Connie Thomas brings it up the floor. Adkins hands it off to Jay Lofton, who gives it up to Joe Green near the top of the key. Green, only a freshman, has given the Trojans some big minutes throughout the year. Connie Thomas off the ball screen, picks up his dribble near side wing over to Joe Green. Green got it poked away and recovers it in the backcourt. Connie Thomas one-on-one with Caden Perkins. Makai Berry sets the screen. Adkins, or Thomas rather, comes off of it. Thomas, the drive, puts it up off the glass, and he'll head to the foul line.
Yeah, kind of tough for Frecka there. Gets caught on his heels, and because of that, Thomas is able to get into him and draw the contact. He'll go to the line for a chance at 2. I like the defense, the hedging the screens, getting back quickly, which you're going to have to do, and you're going to have to rotate really well because this Portsmouth team can score in a hurry if you don't guard those ball screens well.
First shot from Connie Thomas falls through. Thomas 15 points in the last game on Wednesday night, a loss at Ironton. Another guy who transferred into this Portsmouth program last year, coming over from Notre Dame as he goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. Now Chesapeake with its first possession of the night. Here's Philip Thacker. Thacker out to Kazee in the corner. Kazee baseline drive. Now Barker driving down the middle. Barker off the glass, can't finish. Frecka the offensive rebound, and he draws the foul.
And that's what Carson Frecka can do so well, and what John Barker can do so well. He drives, gets to the hoop, and because he drives so hard through Lofton, it draws the contact, it draws Makai Berry over, leads to Frecka being able to get a chance at the putback.
I'll tag Jay Lofton with the foul as Frecka knocks down his first one. Second one from Frecka also falls. Both teams exchanging trips to the line to start this one. And both go 2 for 2. Connie Thomas, far side, fires over to Jay Lofton. Lofton working on John Cooper. Barker picks up his dribble, dishes it over to Joe Green. Now back to Connie Thomas. Finds a cutting Logan Adkins, who steps back, picks it up, and gets it out to Lofton. Portsmouth working around the perimeter, trying to find something inside. Here's Thomas on the drive. Thomas, the layup, can't get the bounce, and it falls into the hands of Philip Thacker. Up the floor, Barker, dish to Kazee. Kazee underneath, gets the roll and the finish.
Good finish, through some contact. Good work by Makai Berry to not foul. A better finish though for Kazee.
Pull up 3, Connie Thomas off the mark, and Kazee with the rebound. Maddox Kazee out to Perkins. Perkins on the drive. Perkins picks it up, skips it out. Thacker, now Kazee driving baseline. Kazee to the basket, can't finish. It's Logan Adkins hauling it in for Portsmouth. Joe Green driving. Green to the basket, off the glass, won't go. Frecka the rebound, up the floor. Perkins underneath, he draws the foul.
Yeah, nicely done by Perkins to just go up through Connie Thomas to draw the foul. And Thomas does a good job. If you're going to foul in that situation, make it to where he cannot get that shot up. So gets the hands in. There's no chance for a three-point play. Now, a really good free throw shooter at the line, but better make him work for the 2 instead of a possibility at 3. And he misses the first, so.
Caden Perkins, 16 points in the win over Rock Hill earlier this week. And a more reliable free throw shooter, unable to connect on his first. The second one is up, and it's also off the front iron. It's Makai Berry who hauled in the rebound for Portsmouth, a rare offer from the line for Caden Perkins.
Yeah, just nothing, not a lot in the legs on either one of those. So really good foul in retrospect by Connie Thomas.
Adkins tried to drive, got it poked away. It rolls out to Connie Thomas on the far side wing. Now Jay Lofton at the volleyball line. Joe Green trying to work on Kazee. Finds Barry underneath in the short corner. Barry in the post, finds Lofton on the baseline. Back to Barry. Barry puts it up, smokes the layup. Frecka grabbed it, got it knocked out of bounds by Lofton. It stays with Chesapeake.
It's a great pass by Jay Lofton. I think Barry didn't realize how open he was. Just got to get that one up off the glass. He'll learn. He won't miss a whole lot of those. You'll see those turn into dunks later on as he gets a little bit more comfortable at the varsity level. Only a freshman. Outstanding athlete, though, for the Trojans.
A 2-3 zone look for the Trojan defense. Philip Thacker gets it over to Perkins. Now Kazee launches from downtown. That's no good. Barker the offensive rebound. Chesapeake with a new possession. Kazee driving, picks up his dribble. Out to Thacker. Thacker can't hold on to it. And it's Portsmouth basketball.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to come out of that 2-3 zone, you're going to make, even though they're a good shooting team, it kind of slows them down a little bit. You have to be able to rebound out of it. Pretty fortunate there for Portsmouth that just a drop ball out of bounds for the first turnover for the Panthers.
Logan Adkins pulls up from the foul line and got fouled. Philip Thacker charged with the foul. He's questioning it a little bit, but nonetheless will send Logan Adkins to the foul line.
Yeah, just sometimes when you get that up, you can maybe see any contact on the shooter's hand is going to be called. Now it may have been deflected into it, but usually that's going to get called more times than not.
Logan Adkins knocks down his first. A season-high 20 points on a Wednesday night over at the Conley Center. Second one from Adkins off the back iron. And it falls into the hands of John Cooper Barker. Chesapeake with the new possession. Maddox Kazee over to Barker. Now Perkins far side. Both teams a little quiet from the field to start this one as we approach past the halfway mark of the first quarter. Barker out to Thacker, launches from downtown, in and out. Long offensive rebound taken by Perkins. Perkins out to Barker. Now Kazee on the block, skips it out. Perkins launches a three and can't hit. Frecka the offensive rebound and the putback. Carson Frecka showing off the size.
4 rebounds already for Carson Frecka to go with his 4 points as well.
Joe Green, far side, out to Connie Thomas. Thomas thought about the three, driving instead. Thomas on the block, the step through, puts it up. Can't finish, but the tip in by Makai Berry gets Portsmouth back within one.
Very athletic play there from Makai Berry. I thought he almost got up a little too high on it, but does a great job of waiting for it to get off the rim. And a nice little tap in for the freshman for an easy 2.
Almost looked like the FIBA European style putback. Those rules, as soon as the ball touches the rim, it's live. Frecka skips it over to Caden Perkins. Now Kazee on the block. Kazee working on Green, finds Frecka high post. Frecka driving, Frecka jump stops, puts it up, it's blocked by Adkins.
That was great patience by everyone all around on that play. No one to leave their feet. And then Frecka waiting, and good timing by Logan Adkins to block that out of bounds.
Dennis Scarberry onto the floor for Chesapeake. Here's Thacker underneath with the easy basket.
His first 2 nicely designed inbounds play. Just kind of parting the ocean a little bit, parting the Red Sea. And an easy layup for Thacker for his first 2.
Lofton over to Joe Green. Then we'll hand off Adkins. Adkins on the drive underneath. Can't get it to fall. It's Frecka the rebound. Adkins trying to get back on defense. Thacker the drive. Thacker the layup off the glass. Frecka the rebound and the putback. Carson Frecka. His 3rd putback of the night. He's got 6.
6 and 6 now for Carson Frecka. He's, like we said in the pregame, this could be a game where he just dominates because of that length.
Thomas tried to fire to a wide open Mackay Berry. It's deflected. And they're going to say it's out of bounds on Portsmouth. Chesapeake will have possession again.
And that's where the game is kind of devolved a little bit. That's normally a bounce pass. In the old days, that's a bounce pass and a layup. But we're so used to the getting that pass through. I mean, the pass is there. You just got to take a little heat off of it. The bounce takes the heat off of it.
Chesapeake looking to make Portsmouth pay for the turnover. Here's Philip Thacker outside. Back to a man-to-man look for Portsmouth. The runner from Kazee off the glass and in. Maddox Kazee with the driving bucket.
Yeah, nice job by Kazee getting that off the glass, avoiding contact. What could have been a charge. The junior really heady. Uses the glass, uses his body well. 4 points now.
Adkins stands on the near side wing, fires it over to Connie Thomas at the top of the key. Thomas pulls up from downtown off the front iron. Another rebound, Frecka. Now as Kazee crosses the timeline, we'll see how much time the Panthers want to run off this first quarter clock.
I wouldn't be surprised they hold for one here. Got a nice advantage. You'll get the ball to start the second period. So a score here, and you can make things really uncomfortable early for Portsmouth.
Trojans back in a 2-3 zone, 15 to go here in the first. It's Perkins with it at the midcourt logo. Now Kazee back to Perkins. Scarberry far side, 5 seconds. Frecka, high post, out to Perkins. Perkins, 4-3, it's good! At the buzzer, Caden Perkins sends Chesapeake into the second quarter with a 15-5 lead on Portsmouth. 1 quarter down, second quarter coming up. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
At North Fork Animal Clinic, we're more than your pet's health care. We're your neighbors. We combine top quality veterinary care with the availability you can count on, keeping tails wagging and pets thriving. And as proud supporters of youth sports in Southern Ohio, we're committed to helping our whole community grow strong. North Fork Animal Clinic, caring for pets, supporting our community.
For 175 years, the Glockner name has stood for trust. Today, that promise continues. Every time your family turns the key. Generations have trusted us for one reason. We never stopped caring. From preschool drop-offs to road trips, you leave our service center knowing your family is in the safest hands possible. 175 years of social proof that this isn't just service. It's a promise from our family to yours.
Back here at Portsmouth High School, the second quarter about to get underway as Chesapeake holds a 15-5 lead on the Trojans. A slow start on both sides. Chesapeake able to find some steam in the back half of that first quarter. They're out to a 10-point lead.
Yeah, now we're going to see Daquan Woods coming in for the first time for Portsmouth. See if that can boost them up a little bit after sitting that entire first. See if they can bring up a little more energy on both ends of the court.
Here's a drive. Perkins to the basket, gets fouled. You see Andy Chapman and Andrew Isaacs into the game for the first time for Chesapeake.
Yeah, that foul's going to be on Atkins, his first. Now Perkins with a chance to bounce back after missing the first 2 shots he took earlier.
Perkins looking for his first one from the stripe. He gets it there. Caden Perkins, the 5'10 senior, had 24 in the last game against Portsmouth over on the Pearson court. As a second one rolls in and out. Rebound taken by Mackay Berry. Now Portsmouth looking to get back on the board to start the second. Behind the back pass to Mackay Berry. Now Joe Green fires the triple off the back of the rim. Woods the offensive rebound. Woods in the post, turnaround jumper, can't get it to fall.
No, but you see that energy immediately from Daquan Woods.
Isaacs back out to Kazee. Kazee driving. Kazee off 2 feet, off the front iron. Thomas the rebound. Connie Thomas driving. Thomas off 2 feet, can't finish the layup. Offensive rebound, Woods, and he gets the putback. Daquan Woods off the bench in the second quarter gets the putback. Yeah. And again, the energy that comes with Daquan Woods into the game now.
Yeah, the senior had to sit that first quarter and immediately comes in and makes an impact here in the second. See if his teammates can feed off of that energy.
Perkins, now Isaacs as Chesapeake circling the arch. Scarberry with it now far side. Andy Chapman puts one up from the foul line, and it's nothing but net.
Not a lot you can do there, because if you get too much into Chapman, he's just going to bury you down in the post. If he can step out and knock that down consistently, that's a pretty scary matchup for a lot of people in the OVC.
18-7, Chesapeake in front after the jumper from Chapman. The 6'6" sophomore, as Woods tried to fire to a teammate and throws it away.
Only the second turnover. They just haven't shot the ball very well. Just got to make sure you're taking care of the ball, getting a lot of shots up at the rim, especially when you're playing a team that in the first matchup was sizably better.
There's Caden Perkins, dishes it over to Isaacs. Trojans back in a 2-3 zone. Scarberry with it now over to Perkins, far side. Kazee high post. Kazee working on Woods, back out to Perkins. Now Isaacs finds a cutting Maddox. Kazee dishes to Scarberry. Scarberry high off the glass and one. Dennis Scarberry, the junior, finds the bottom of the net.
Good find, and then nicely done by Scarberry to just go up into the contact. And by doing so, gives himself a chance at a three-point play. That foul is on Makai Berry, his first.
Frecka back onto the floor for Chesapeake, as Andy Chapman will come back out. Some good minutes early in the second quarter from Andy Chapman, as Scarberry's able to complete the and one. 21-7, Panthers ahead by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, we'll get this scoreboard fixed for you real quick.
Connie Thomas hands it off to Daquan Woods. Woods at the top of the key working on Perkins. Handoff Logan Adkins. Adkins kicks it back out to Connie Thomas. Thomas pulls up from downtown and knocks it down. Connie Thomas connects from 3 for the first time. Now back up the floor comes Chesapeake. Here's Frecka, short corner. Out to Kazee, top of the key. Kazee driving. Kazee tried to fire to Frecka, and he's fouled. 21-10, your score with 5:07 here in the first half. It'll be Kazee to inbound from the baseline for Chesapeake. Kazee looking, fires it into Isaacs. Isaacs now back to Kazee, baseline drive, lost one up, Scarberry. Scarberry, the jump stop, too strong on the layup. And it's rebounded by Logan Adkins before he's fouled by Scarberry.
Yeah, not a bad look. He just rushed a little bit. I think he was expecting the contact that came on the previous possession.
John Cooper Barker back on the floor for Chesapeake as Scarberry will come out. All but one starter on the floor for Chesapeake. Isaacs still in the game off the bench. Connie Thomas off the screen from Woods. Now Makai Berry skip pass over to Adkins, launches from the corner. That's no good. And it's Frecka the rebound. Barker up the floor. Kazee 4-3. That's no good either. Both teams exchange missed threes. Portsmouth trying to claw back into this one. Woods, baseline drive, fires one into Berry, a little too hot. Adkins picks up his dribble on the baseline. And a pinball won by the Panthers. Frecka corrals it. Now Chesapeake pushing up the floor. Here's Perkins. Perkins over to Barker in the corner. Kazee, short corner, back out to Barker. Barker driving, Barker through traffic, can't finish the layup. Barry takes the rebound for Portsmouth. Woods fires it up to Thomas. Thomas on the drive. Thomas off the glass, can't finish. Rebound taken, Perkins. Chesapeake with some numbers, and now they'll slow down. Perkins driving, tried to dish it to Frecke, he throws it away.
Yeah, it was the right move because Mackay Berry was well behind the play. Just on that, maybe take one extra dribble to gather before making that pass. But the right idea. Only the second turnover for Chesapeake.
Portsmouth still trailing by 11, looking to chip away at this deficit as Connie Thomas directing traffic from the logo. Green sets a screen for Thomas. Thomas tried to fire into Woods, but he's fouled by Perkins.
Be his first.
Connie Thomas, a season high 25 back in December in a win over Fairland, or a loss to Fairland rather. A high-scoring game, that one, out at the Carl York Center. Philip Thacker back on the floor for Chesapeake. Barry setting a screen for Connie Thomas. Thomas trying to get past Perkins. Thomas picks up his dribble, steps through, puts it up, and draws another foul on Caden Perkins.
That was about 9 9/10 perfect defense from Perkins. They just dropped the arm from completely vertical to down a little bit, which leads to the foul. Really good offense.
It's the second foul on Caden Perkins. That'll send Connie Thomas to the foul line. First shot from Thomas, nothing but net. Andrew Isaacs will head back into the action for Chesapeake, replacing Caden Perkins. Second shot from Connie Thomas, rolls in and out, and Thacker grabs the rebound. Kazee will bring it up the floor for the Panthers. Trojans still in that 2-3 zone, trying to slow down the attack from Chesapeake. Thacker to Isaacs in the corner for three. It's good. Andrew Isaacs launches from downtown and finds the bottom of the net.
Yeah, good find in the zone. Isaacs gets his feet set and buries the triple.
Now Thomas driving draws the foul on Isaacs, and now the next foul committed by Chesapeake will put the Trojans at the line.
Well, they're having a hard time with Connie Thomas because he's seen when he's got a lane and he's hitting it immediately, and when you get two hands up, it's going to be a foul every time.
Thomas to inbound from the baseline. Got to get it in, throws one up for Barry. It's taken away by Frecke. Isaacs, full court pass. Barker underneath, midair, catches and puts it in for the layup.
It's a great look ahead and great finish inside. A 15-point lead now for Chesapeake.
Connie Thomas on the other end. Nice dish to Barry. Can't hang on to it. They'll say Chesapeake was the last to touch it.
Great look inside there for Connie Thomas. Just Barry unable to gather it, but was not able to gather it due to an apparent deflection.
Joe Green in the corner finds a cutting Connie Thomas. Thomas trying to work on Isaacs, puts up the mid-range jumper and knocks it down. Connie Thomas trying his best to keep the Trojans within reach.
Yeah, Thomas with 8. Been really good so far. He's got 8 of his team's 13 to keep them in this game.
Barker over to Thacker. Thacker back to Barker in the corner. Barker picks it up high post, dishes it out to Kazee. Kazee on the drive. Kazee, he gets fouled. Both teams now with 4 team fouls. That one coming against Joe Green.
Yeah, nicely done by Kazee, reading, Green's body language or body positioning, and is able to drive into the foul.
Kazee out of the box set, inbounds it to Thacker. Thacker double, now Kazee with it. Kazee pulls up from the baseline and connects on the jumper.
I'd advise not leaving Maddox Kazee. Nicely done with a nice little pull up there from Kazee after they tried to get the sneak double. Did not pay off for Portsmouth.
The All-Ohio selection from a season ago. Here's Daquan Woods from downtown. That's no good. And it hit the wire, the support cord that holds up the backboard, and that's out of bounds, so it'll go back to Chesapeake. Minute 15 to go till halftime.
I think it may be a hair too early to play for one.
Trojans do go back to man-to-man defense. Isaac takes the handoff from Frecka. Now Kazee finds Frecka on the post. Frecka back out to Kazee, top of the key. Kazee pulls up and gets the bounce on the triple. Maddox Kazee, when you're as good of a player as he is, you get just about anything to go your way. We see it right there.
A nice touch on the step up.
Thomas, the drive. Thomas off the glass. Doesn't get it to go, but he'll head to the foul line.
It's going to be the second on Andrew Isaacs, and this will be a chance for Connie Thomas to get some points with the clock stopped. He's 3 for 4 at the line so far. This dude can flat out play. It's just they've got to get some stops, and then they've got to make shots on the, when they get a chance, when they do get stops. Because right now he's got 9 of their 14 points. And that just, you can't beat a team like Chesapeake with only one person doing your scoring.
Second shot from Thomas falls. 10 points on the night now for Connie Thomas. Caden Perkins will re-enter the action for Chesapeake.
You'll see this a lot with veteran teams. You're going to play for one. You know you can hold for that one shot. You get your guy in with some fouls and just say, hey, run our stuff. Don't do anything dumb. But you're not going to play defense at all. So now we'll see if they run something for Perkins or if he's just kind of a decoy.
There's John Cooper Barker, swings it over to Caden Perkins. 15 to go till halftime. Kazee with it near midcourt. Kazee gets past Daquan Woods. Now Carson Frecka outside. Lost one up for Thacker. Thacker from downtown off the mark. Frecka the rebound, 2 seconds. Frecka puts it up at the buzzer and knocks it through. Carson Frecka dominating inside on the offensive glass. And that'll send us to halftime from the Trojan Arena. Chesapeake in control. They lead Portsmouth 33-15. We'll step aside and give our thoughts on the first half when we come back. You're watching Ohio High School basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Are you looking for the best deals on quality used trucks and cars?
Great news. Chillicothe Truck has what you're looking for.
Choose from a wide selection of makes and models. All vehicles undergo a detailed multi-point inspection and extensive reconditioning before hitting the lot. Our friendly team offers a no-pressure sales experience, ensuring you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Plus, you can customize your ride with our extensive range of truck accessories, from bed covers to lift kits. Stop by 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe or call us today at 740-773-8782 to get started right now.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
At North Fork Animal Clinic, we're more than your pet's health care. We're your neighbors. We combine top-quality veterinary care with the availability you can count on, keeping tails wagging and pets thriving. And as proud supporters of youth sports in Southern Ohio, we're committed to helping our whole community grow strong. North Fork Animal Clinic, caring for pets, supporting our community.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Rathkamp Financial is a comprehensive financial services firm committed to helping our clients improve their long-term financial success. Our customized programs seek to grow, protect, and conserve our clients' wealth by delivering personalized service and expertise. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member, FINRA SIPC. Please call us at 740-775-1040 to schedule a consultation.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget as well as 60 months 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place. And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
Experience the hometown Chevrolet difference. Check out our huge selection of Silverado trucks, Equinox SUVs, and the latest Chevy models. Priced to move and ready to hit the road today. Plus, with the Hometown Advantage, you get free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty at no extra cost. That's real value and real peace of mind. Your Hometown Chevrolet is proud to be your trusted local dealer of new and pre-owned inventory, delivering unbeatable deals and top-notch service. Visit us today at 501 West Emmett Avenue in Waverly or start shopping online at yourhometownchevy.com.
For 175 years, the Glockner name has stood for trust. Today, that promise continues. Every time your family turns the key. Generations have trusted us for one reason. We never stopped caring. From preschool drop-offs to road trips, you leave our service center knowing your family is in the safest hands possible. 175 years of social proof that this isn't just service. It's a promise from our family to yours.
Have you experienced simply brilliant fiber internet? Yeah, that's Glow Fiber. Lightning-fast internet that keeps up with your busy life. A reliable fiber-to-the-home network whether you're working, learning, playing, or streaming. And best of all, Glow Fiber has real local support from real people who are happy to talk to you. And switch now for your first month free. Faster, more reliable fiber internet with real local support. Glow Fiber. Simply brilliant.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery, tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm James.
We want to thank you for continuing to make the Root Sports and Fitness Center your headquarters for youth sports in Southern Ohio.
We welcome you back inside the Trojan Arena here at Portsmouth High School, halftime in this OVC contest between Chesapeake and Portsmouth. The Panthers in front of the Trojans by a commanding 33-15 lead through one half of play. Carson Francis and John Bruce back with you from Portsmouth. John, just a dominant first half from Chesapeake. Carson Frecka is getting a lot of offensive rebounds. He's got 8 points, 9 rebounds through one half of play. Just the offensive glass and just the rebounding battle in general has helped Chesapeake build this lead. And really, we weren't expecting any less when you got a guy like Carson Freck out there for Chesapeake.
Yeah, and they're really taking advantage of, another player for Portsmouth being out, with Lenishay McKinley being out tonight, 6'6". Doesn't do a ton of scoring for the Trojans, but him being out of the lineup just makes them that much smaller. And because of that, Carson Frecka has completely dominated play through the first 16 minutes of play. And it's, he's not even their leading scorer, because right now Maddox Kazee has his 9 points. You have Caden Perkins with 4, 3 for Andrew Isaacs, 2 for John Cooper Barker and Philip Thacker, and also Andy Chapman. And then you've also got Dennis Scarberry with 3. So everybody who's played for Chesapeake has scored so far, and that makes a huge impact, because right now for Portsmouth, almost all of your points, 10 of your 15, are coming from one person. Connie Thomas is doing everything he can to keep his team in this game, but, without Logan Atkins making shots from the outside, Daquan Woods sat the whole first quarter, and then you're down McKinley, that just makes it to where it's really hard for one guy to carry you. Makai Berry's been open a lot of times, just hasn't been able to handle the passes. But, man, once he's able to catch those passes on the inside, that dude's going to put on shows all across the Southeast District, because he's been very athletic. He's competed well, only 2 points, 5 rebounds, but he's dropped probably 2 or 3 passes that would have led to points. So once he tightens that up, look out for him, because he's just going to get better. Only a freshman. But this Portsmouth team dealing with some different adversity here today, and because of that, when you're playing a team like Chesapeake, you can't have any adversity. You got to be completely locked in, and without being locked in, it ends up, making things very difficult for you.
Let's take a look at bigger picture for both of these teams. Obviously, some OVC implications at play for Chesapeake. Need a win to stay in that tie for first place with Ironton, who they'll match up with over in Chesapeake Tuesday night. That one to pretty much determine the OVC title. Portsmouth sitting in third place in the Ohio Valley Conference, but more importantly, there's some tournament seeding implications on the line too. You look at the RPI rankings in Division 5 in the Southeast District. Ironton currently sits at the 1 seed in the Southeast District. Chesapeake right behind them at number 2. And then you go Wheelersburg, Eastern Brown, Zane Trace at the 3, 4, and 5 before you get to Portsmouth at the 6 seed currently.
Yeah, and right now with this result, if it holds, Chesapeake has a chance to jump Ironton back for that 1 spot. We'll kind of see how that plays out. Ironton has a game tonight that they should win as well. So, playing the better team could ultimately lead Chesapeake to jumping a little bit there, but we'll see. I'm not sure it matters that much, because I think that top 4 is very good, and Zane Trace is very good as
Absolutely.
Well. At the 5, this Portsmouth team, when they're healthy, can be very good. Fairland's a team you don't really want to play because of their style. They're right now in the 7. I think they'll ultimately jump up to the 6 if this result holds, and if they get a win tonight as well. So the big thing is you get a chance, you get in the top 8, you get a home game. Then you get a chance to move on to the district semifinals down at the Convo, and once you get there, then you just kind of, go go with where it may go. You play hard. You get a chance to do something that in the past not a lot of teams have got to do. Last year, hardly any teams got to do it. This year, many more will get a chance to do it. But it's a chance to play at the Convo. It's ultimately typically means it's been a successful season overall. And for a Portsmouth that coming off a losing season last year, even with all the banners, all the district titles, you had 37 district titles, most out of any school in the Southeast District. it's been a while since they've won a district title. They want to get close. They want to keep getting better and better. Coach Smith is doing a good job of setting them up. It's just that freshman group is probably going to be the next group that takes them on beyond to the regionals. But every step you get closer, so if this team gets to the district, maybe wins a game of the district, gets to the district finals, and then you never know what will happen. If you look at the Southeast District, in Division 5, there will be a team in the regional final. They play each other. It's pretty much elimination all the way to the regional semifinal. Whoever wins that game will play someone from the East in the regional final and have a chance to go to Dayton for the Final Four, which is, it used to be the Shot. It used to be St. John Arena. Now it's UD Arena. Fantastic venue for high school basketball, especially now that maybe we don't have the LeBrons and the OJ Mayos that are filling up the Shot. Little smaller venue, I think it's just as good. It's less corporate. It's a fantastic place to watch basketball.
Talking about the postseason looming up, we've talked about it already, but just you look at the banners here at Portsmouth, you look at Chesapeake as well. There's 53 district titles combined between these two programs. Chesapeake tied for third in the Southeast District with Southeastern, who we got to see last week at the SOSA Classic. Some important dates to watch in the Division 5 tournament. Obviously, the draw coming up this Sunday where the matchups will become official. The road to Dayton will officially begin for Division 5 in the Southeast Ohio on that date. And then February 23rd is when the district quarterfinals will take place. And then Monday, March 2nd and Tuesday, March 3rd, the district semifinals down at the Convocation Center at Ohio University. Quick little jaunt for me, if you ask me, not that far. For you, little longer of a hike. And then Saturday, March 7th is the Division 5 district finals, also at the Convo, the Roundhouse on Richland.
Well, and you got a chance for these two teams have played their way into having an excellent chance of getting there throughout the season. That'll be official on Sunday. Pretty much tomorrow morning, it will be official as well. You just don't know exactly the dates and times and everything for when they will be playing. But just keep an eye out on that coming up on Sunday. And when we talk, me and Shane Combs talk on. Did we just do a football halftime where they just put 3 more minutes back on the clock? So whatever. This is new. Yeah. The teams come out, get stretched, and put the 3 minutes back on. But you know what? Those kids are working all year for it. They get a chance to perform in front of their families, and it was a really nice.
Well, they said on the public address system that they had been trying to do this for about 2 or 3 different games, and they all got canceled because of just all the snow we've gotten. Kind of similar to how we're seeing games moved around. We got a lot of teams trying to cram in some makeup games next week before getting into the tournament.
Yeah, so that's why you got a little longer halftime here tonight. The kids cheerleading, the coaches, the kids, the parents put in a lot of time and effort, and that's you always want to have a chance to perform. I'm glad they were able to do it here today. But it is just kind of the joking around of like the halftime shows in football. You put 20 minutes on the clock instead of 23. You always put 3 more minutes on the clock, so just put 23. So, but outstanding work by the kids and give both teams a chance to kind of regroup a little bit longer, and it's pretty smart to give them a little extra time to get the legs loose as well.
Looking back into the second half of this game, how does Chesapeake, already in control here, how do they not let their foot off the gas coming out of the second half and try to just push forward and walk out of here in front?
Well, you just got to keep playing. You just play. If you're Chesapeake, you do what you've done all day, and you just keep taking advantage of any chances you can on the offensive end, and defensively keep playing really well. You got to do a better job of stopping Connie Thomas on his drives to the basket. That's the only thing so far. They've had to help off a little bit. Thomas has thrown some nice passes. Barry just hasn't been able to handle them so far. So that's the only thing you have to work on. You can't let those straight line drives go for Connie Thomas, because if he does, maybe you get a kick out. Logan Atkins with his feet set is as good a shooter as anybody in the Southeast District. So You got to make sure you're playing a little better defense in the dribble, the dribble handoffs, the one-on-ones. If you're the guards for Chesapeake, that's ultimately the biggest thing they got to work on here, because when you get deeper and deeper into the tournament, there's going to be guys that can do it just like Connie Thomas can do it, and they're going to be a little more efficient with his teammates. Because right now, Connie Thomas is playing really well. His teammates haven't played up to his level so far today, but they've got another 16 minutes where they can definitely do it here in the second half.
Yeah, and you talked about how Connie Thomas has played well for Portsmouth. Just, it's going to be a matter of if any of the other 4 guys on the floor can step up and get some production on the offensive end. We'll see how Portsmouth looks to chip away at this 18-point deficit to Chesapeake. The Trojans will have possession to start the second half.
Well, and right now, if you're Portsmouth, just, hey, down 18, let's get it to 10. We get it to 10, make them sweat a little bit, and then we really play that fourth quarter out. But anything up 15 or more, it's going to be really tough. You get it down to 10, then Chesapeake's got to start thinking a little bit, possibly, thinking a little bit more than they want to.
First 5 that started the game for each team back out on the floor. Makai Berry will inbound to Connie Thomas. And the second half is underway. A correction in my statement. Daquan Woods will start the second half for Portsmouth.
Yeah, I hit you. And then I was like, oh, no, you're right. I hit you again.
Woods gave some nice energy for the Trojans off the bench in the first half as Connie Thomas too strong on the jumper there. Full court pass, Kazee, Euro step, puts it up and knocks it in. Kazee with the first points of the second half for Chesapeake. It's a 20-point advantage.
Yeah, now Frecka with his 10th rebound of the game.
Woods, a high arcing 3, too short. Perkins tips the rebound to himself. Perkins over to Thacker. Now Kazee from the corner. That's no good. Woods tried to get the rebound. Joe Green recovers it for Portsmouth. 2-on-2, Adkins to the basket, finishes at the rim.
Yeah, that's where they've been best, is in transition. Nicely done, getting it out and going. Nice finish. 3 points now for Logan Adkins.
Thacker fires from downtown off the front iron. Makai Berry high points the rebound, throws it up the floor. Woods skips it over to Logan Adkins in the corner. There's Connie Thomas outside now. Woods in the corner, tried to go baseline. Good cutoff from Barker. Joe Green from outside off the back iron.
It's a good look, though.
It's a good way to cut off the baseline from John Cooper Barker. Now Perkins on the other end through contact. Thought he got fouled, but it falls into the hands of Daquan Woods. Woods out to Adkins. 4-3. It's good. Logan Adkins connects from deep.
Yeah, nicely done by Woods. Drawing the defender in and making it to where it's, Adkins, pretty easy shot for him. Just able to step in and bury it. 6 points now for Logan Adkins.
Talked about how when Adkins has his feet set, has a clean look, he's as good of a shooter as anyone in the Southeast District. We see that on display there. Here's Frecka mid-post working on Berry. Frecka got it poked away, taken away by Daquan Woods. Kazee chasing him down. Woods to the basket, the up and under. He knocks it in. And a full timeout called by Stephen Ader, as we'll take it with him. 35-22 Chesapeake. You're watching Ohio High School basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Experience the hometown Chevrolet difference. Check out our huge selection of Silverado trucks, Equinox SUVs, and the latest Chevy models. Priced to move and ready to hit the road today. Plus, with the Hometown Advantage, you get free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty at no extra cost. That's real value and real peace of mind. Your Hometown Chevrolet is proud to be your trusted local dealer of new and pre-owned inventory, delivering unbeatable deals and top-notch service. Visit us today at 501 West Emmett Avenue in Waverly, or start shopping online at yourhometownchevy.com.
Our employees certainly get the credit for that growth. The relationships that they build, people want to deal with people they can trust, they know, feel connected to, And I think that's where a community bank such as Kingston really shines. The color of money is the same no matter where you go, but I think the people behind it is what makes the difference. Having the empathy to understand what's going on in someone's business or personal lives and how you might be able to help it. I think our customers expect that, want that, and truthfully, they deserve that.
5:44 remaining here in the third quarter. Chesapeake still in front of Portsmouth, 35-22. Trojans showing a little bit of life offensively here in the second half.
Well, then they were able to get some points in transition, which they haven't been able to do. 4 quick points in transition. You get one, some off of a long rebound, and then only the 3rd turnover of the game for Chesapeake, which is why they haven't been able to get out and run. But by doing so, forces the timeout. First timeout taken of the game by either team.
Perkins trying to drive, kicks it out. John Cooper Barker driving to the basket, off the glass and in.
He's tough.
Connie Thomas, full court pass. Woods underneath, the reverse layup falls.
And speaking of tough, Woods on the reverse. Great look ahead and even better finish.
Caden Perkins one-on-one with Connie Thomas. Skip pass, Kazee. Kazee backs it out now. Thacker near side wing. Kazee got fouled by Woods in the corner.
His first. Yeah, this is kind of what we expected a little bit more. Kind of the pace of getting up and down both teams. I think Portsmouth was trying to slow things down a little bit, especially with Woods being out that first quarter. That's actually the second on Woods.
Kazee to inbound box set for the Panthers. Kazee looking for someone, and an offensive foul on Caden Perkins.
And that's his 3rd foul as well. So only 2 turnovers in that first half, 2 turnovers in the first 3:01 here of the third quarter. We're going to see Dennis Scarberry coming back in pretty quickly.
Panthers give the ball away when it's not even in play. And now Portsmouth with a chance to chip even further into this deficit. Trailed by 18 at the half. Connie Thomas at the volleyball line, over to Woods near side. Woods off the screen from Barry. Now dishes it to Barry inside. Barry running, he traveled.
Yeah, just a little bit too quick there for Barry. Only a freshman. 5th turnover of the game for Portsmouth.
Maddox Kazee walking it up the floor. Daquan Woods picking him up at half court. Kazee trying to get past Woods, finds Frecka underneath. Frecka pump fakes, goes up. That's too easy for Carson Frecka, the big fella.
Double-double now for Frecka, 10 points, 10 rebounds.
Connie Thomas on the other end off the ball screen, over to Logan Adkins. Adkins back to Thomas. Picked up by Thacker. Thomas driving. Thomas underneath, swatted away by Philip Thacker.
Well, you know, he beats him off the dribble there, but I really like the switch there to go to Thacker. He's your best defender. So even though he may not be as quick as the guards side to side, he can react really well, and then he can recover even better like he did on that play.
Joe Green receives the inbound from Connie Thomas. Green drives baseline. He stepped out of bounds, and it'll go back to Chesapeake. Or no, it's going to be a foul against the Panthers. It'll go on Dennis Scarberry.
That's why he stepped out. Yeah.
It's a second on Scarberry. Connie Thomas throws one up to Makai Berry. Woods working on Barker. Woods trying to drive, spins back, throws it up, underhand, won't go. The tip in by Berry falls. Chesapeake racing back up the floor. Kazee fires into Scarberry. Scarberry too short. Frecka the rebound and the putback. Sound like a broken record, but Carson Frecka continues to work on the offensive glass.
Every one of his baskets on a putback so far.
Barry tried to save the errant pass from Connie Thomas, but he's unsuccessful on that attempt. It'll go back to Chesapeake. John Cooper Barker out a wide open look. He drives and dishes to Thacker instead. Thacker goes up and he'll head to the line for 2 shots.
Good job on the pump fake. Unable to get it to fall. But he gets a chance at the line for 2. Second foul on Logan Atkins.
Philip Thacker, 7 points in the win over Rock Hill earlier this week as he knocks down his first one from the stripe on that trip. Second shot from Thacker knocks it down. Lead back up to 17 for the Panthers.
Yeah, Portsmouth playing much better here in the second half, but they've only made up 1 point so far. Still got to do it on the defensive end.
Try to go inside to Woods. It's taken away. Thacker with it for Chesapeake. 5-on-3 for the Panthers. Thacker lost the dribble. Taken away by Joe Green. Green, coast to coast, puts one up, and it's an offensive foul. The basket was good, but it's waved off. Dennis Scarberry puts his body on the line, takes the charge from Joe Green.
Yeah, that's a play Joe Green will learn. He's only a freshman. Scarberry was not going to even contend with trying to defend that. So that's where a Euro step just away from the contact, and you're going to have an easy finish.
Kazee driving, throws up the underhand, and he's fouled.
Yeah, going back to that last play, that's something he'll learn because he's going aggressively to the basket, and Scarberry is just waiting. Well, when he's waiting, that's going to be a charge all the time.
First shot from Maddox Kazee, pops in and out. That's something we've talked about a little bit tonight for Portsmouth as Jay Lofton, the junior, checks back into the game for the Trojans. Youth is a big factor for Portsmouth this year because you got guys like Barry, Green, who are freshmen and have been getting playing time, some guys that aren't playing tonight as well who are freshmen on the roster, guys like Manny Thomas, Liam Livingston, who are going to get some meaningful experience for Portsmouth through the years. Just still some guys learning how to play meaningful varsity basketball in this Trojan program.
Yeah, doing it in the OVC is not the easiest place to do it at.
Connie Thomas fires a triple off the screen. That's no good. Chases his own rebound, throws it right to Dennis Scarberry for the takeaway. Frecka across half court to Thacker. Thacker the drive. Thacker puts it up, won't go. Gets his own rebound, gets tied up, and he gets fouled.
Well, and that was a little bit similar of a play where he goes away from the contact and the player was waiting for the contact. So he gets a shot up. Ultimately, he's fouled.
Thacker's first one no good off the front of the rim.
Now this is something they're going to have to tighten up on. Their free throw shooting has not been very good tonight.
Second one from Thacker. This time he knocks it down. Lead for Chesapeake back up to where it was at the half, 44-26. In favor of the Panthers as we approach 2 minutes to go in the third. Connie Thomas fires to Makai Berry. Berry underneath, nice dish. Lofton puts it up, but it's blocked. Woods able to clean it up, the offensive rebound and the putback.
Woods with 8 points, 5 rebounds. Off the bench, another block there for Philip Thacker, his second of the half.
Thacker feeds Frecka inside. Frecka backing down Berry, underhand dish to Barker. Barker capitalizes and cashes in off the bank.
Good cut, nice little toss and finish.
And that pass out of bounds on Portsmouth, another Trojan turnover. Some subs will come in for the Panthers. Andy Chapman and Andrew Isaacs back into the game.
One of the most valuable things for this Chesapeake team is when you get a lead, you can play a lot of different guys into some meaningful varsity minutes. And that's what's happening here, getting Isaacs and Chapman in a little bit earlier than they would on their normal rotation.
Kazee driving. Kazee backing down Lofton. The turnaround jumper. Can't get it to fall. Thomas hurries for the rebound. Thomas driving. Thomas coast to coast and one. Connie Thomas puts his head down and gets to the basket.
Yeah, just a really good finish there by Thomas. He goes through Kazee, and he just takes his time. takes his time. He sees that he's going to be able to get to the rim. It's just how he's going to do it. So he decides the most relevant way for him there is to go left-handed. Does so through the contact, gets the three-point play. 13 now for Connie Thomas.
Dennis Scarberry across the midcourt line now for the Panthers. Chapman sets the screen for me, dishes to Andrew Isaacs. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Jumper from Chapman off the mark. It's Woods the rebound for Portsmouth. Woods regathers, dishes it to Connie Thomas. Chesapeake looking to win their 13th straight and moves to 11-1 in OVC play. Adkins driving, Adkins through contact, can't finish the layup. And it's knocked out of bounds by Portsmouth. Chesapeake will have it.
That closeout by Phil Thacker was next level. That is why he's so hard to score on, because it looked like Adkins was open, but his closeout's so good that he doesn't fly into it. So then Adkins doesn't have an open lane like most people would at the high school level. Even at the college level, you see guys fly by on their closeouts, but Thacker, just an elite defender. And because of that, they're going to get a chance to extend the lead here to finish the quarter.
Caden Perkins check back in for Chesapeake. He has it near the volleyball line. 10 seconds to go in the third. Kazee, baseline drive. Kazee goes up, draws the foul. It'll go on Jay Lofton for Portsmouth.
They just run their stuff so solidly. They have seemingly endless end-of-quarter plays. That's their third different look that they've gone. Third different player they've ran a play for to end a quarter.
Kazee back at the foul line, knocks down his first one on that trip.
Yeah, he was 0 for 2 on his first trip. 12 points now for Maddox Kazee.
Scarberry will re-enter the game for Chesapeake. Caden Perkins will head back to the bench for these final 4.9 seconds of the third quarter. Maddox Kazee, 22 in the win over Rock Hill. And he knocks down another one from the stripe. 48-31 Panthers.
Stepped in bounds.
Barry stepped across the line on the inbounds. Now Perkins will come back in for Scarberry as another possession awaits the Panthers. Carson Frecka now back onto the floor, replacing Andy Chapman. Box set for the Panthers. Kazee to inbound. Perkins trying to get to the corner. Kazee throws one up. Thacker puts up the mid-range jumper and gets it to fall. Philip Thacker gets the bounce, and that all but explains how the night's been for Chesapeake. They lead 50-31 as we head to the final quarter here from Portsmouth. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Ohio High School basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm James.
We want to thank you for continuing to make the Root Sports and Fitness Center your headquarters for youth sports in Southern Ohio.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
3 quarters down and 1 to go here from Portsmouth High School. It's been all Chesapeake Panthers in this one. They lead 50-31 heading into the final 8 minutes. Trojans found some life a little bit offensively there in the third quarter, but Chesapeake was able to respond accordingly, and they lead by 19.
Well, they got it down to 13 without turning it over. Finished with 6 turnovers in the quarter, did Portsmouth. Because of that, they end up losing the quarter by a point.
Isaac tried to fire to Caden Perkins on the backdoor cut, taken away by the Trojans. Daquan Woods pump fakes, drives baseline, skips it out. Adkins for three, off the mark. Chapman fighting for the rebound. Woods wins that battle. Joe Green from outside knocks it down. Joe Green buries the triple, and Coach Aaron Smith quickly wants a timeout. We'll stay here, 7:31 left in the ball game. Joe Green knocks down the triple.
I'm going to say something, and you may look at the score, their last 3 games too. I really want this team at the Convo. Like, I just feel like, man, people are going to fall in love with how hard they play. Because, I mean, Daquan Woods is playing out of his mind hard. They're just, you know, they're learning. They get down to the Convo, open the floor up a little bit more, and maybe some really good things can happen for this team. Still got to tighten it up on the defensive end. Because, I mean, if you're only scoring 34 points, you can't give up 50. So, got to get better on the defensive end. But, man, they play hard. That driving kick by Woods, you know, they missed the shot. He gets the rebound, kicks it back out for a three. But the driving kick was unbelievable. Like, this is a team that has a very high ceiling.
We talked about Portsmouth in their program history, 37 district titles, more than anybody in the Southeast District. They haven't won one since 2015. That's been a good minute. So for this team to even have a chance to be at the Convo on Southeast Ohio's biggest stage would be a great step forward for Aaron Smith in this program. Andrew Isaacs can't finish the basket inside. Portsmouth with numbers on the other end. Adkins driving, kicks it back out to Woods. Woods, step back three, too short. Long rebound taken by Philip Thacker.
Well, they've got a lot of guys who have played there. Not necessarily for this team.
The tie-up on the half-court end for Chesapeake. Possession arrow points towards Portsmouth. Coach Ader saying he called a timeout before the jump ball was called. But it will stay Trojan possession. You talked about guys like Logan Adkins, Connie Thomas 2 years ago played at the Convo for Wheelersburg and Notre Dame respectively.
Well, then we would have seen Woods there for Portsmouth a couple years ago as well.
The foul before Connie Thomas got to the basket. This is fouled by Philip Thacker. John Cooper Barker re-enters for the Chesapeake Panthers in place of Andrew Isaac. Connie Thomas to inbound for the Trojans. Here's Joe Green in the corner. Green picked up his dribble and he stepped out of bounds. Good defense by Perkins to force the turnover.
Yeah, good defense without fouling for Caden Perkins. He hadn't played a ton tonight because of the foul trouble.
The Trojans applying a little full court pressure now, down 16. 6.5 minutes to play. Perkins gets it up the floor. Guarded tightly by Woods. He got it poked away. Thomas, full court pass. Woods, the basket in transition. Barker gets it across half court for Chesapeake, and Woods committing the foul on Maddox Kazee.
His fourth. Just gotta play. Can't worry about that foul. That's just one of those things. That's, you know, if you disagree, you disagree, but it's not going to change the call. So you just got to go on, move to that next play, and try to make another really good play like he's done throughout these last 2+ quarters.
Carson Frecka in the corner, guarded by Barry. Backs it out, hands it off Kazee. Kazee working on Woods, drives past him. Kazee up and under, can't finish. Thacker, the offensive rebound, goes up for the putback, can't hit it, but it'll head back to the foul line for 2 shots.
Both of those hit about everything they could until besides the net. Now Thacker, who's 3 for 4 at the line, will have a chance to add on. He's got 7 points on the night.
First one rolls in and out. Philip Thacker, first team all-district on the football field this past fall. Recently just committed to West Virginia State, where he will continue his football career.
I would guess if he's as physical in football as he is on the basketball court, West Virginia State's got a steal.
Connie Thomas trying to put one up, and he draws the foul.
Yeah, Thomas, he's really smooth. He does it at a little slower pace as well. So I mean, he can go quick, but he also takes his time when he gets into the paint. And because of that, he's going to get to the line a lot because you think you got him in position, but he's pretty smooth on it that he doesn't travel.
Connie Thomas's first shot, no good. They'll tag Philip Thacker with the foul, his third.
6 of 8 now at the line for Connie Thomas.
Second shot from Connie Thomas. Can't get the bounce. There's a lane violation. And we'll send Connie Thomas back to the foul line for one more. We'll tag Carson Frecka with the lane violation. That's been one of the bright spots for Portsmouth is just how well Connie Thomas has played, how great of a job he's done getting downhill, earning those trips to the line. He knocks down the second one on that trip, 51-37 Chesapeake.
Yeah, I bet he was excited about that lane violation.
Perkins to the basket, can't finish. There's a loose ball, won by Frecka, and Frecka goes up and puts it in. Carson Frecka, he's been a force in the paint. It continues here in the fourth quarter.
It just feels like the Trojans have not been able to get back into it. Every time they make a little mini run, Carson Frecka's there to finish.
Perkins driving, jump stops, try to get it out to Thacker before he's fouled in the paint. That's going to go on Joe Green for the Trojans.
His third.
Team's third of the quarter. Kazee throws one up to Thacker, now back to Kazee in the corner. Kazee driving, gets fouled. That'll be the fifth foul on Daquan Woods. Daquan Woods' night is done. Jay Lofton will come back in to replace him for the Trojans.
So he plays less than 2.5 quarters, fouls out, but 10 points, 8 rebounds. His energy, if he can keep that up without fouling, man, that's going to be tough for anyone in this postseason to deal with.
Kazee inbounds it to Thacker. Now Kazee posting up on Joe Green. He gets doubled. Kazee backs it out, fires it into Frecka for the wide open layup.
What a pass. Fourth assist for Kazee on the night. And Frecka, his easiest basket of the game as well.
Connie Thomas on the other end, underhand layup. Tough finish from Connie Thomas.
There's a lot to like about this Portsmouth team. Connie Thomas at the top of the list, Daquan Woods as well.
Both seniors provided some excellent playing time for the Trojans this season. Chesapeake ahead by 16. Just a little more depth on the other side for Chesapeake. Guys, again, we talked about it in the pregame. We talked about it all year, just from top to bottom, that can go out and give you anything. As this guy right here, Carson Frecka, has been doing just that all night long for the Panthers.
18 now for Carson Frecka. Showing what all he can do as well.
Connie Thomas, step back three. It's blocked by Thacker. And ball falls out of bounds. Chesapeake possession.
I think it's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul on Thomas.
That's the fifth team foul against the Trojans. That'll send Chesapeake to the line for the rest of the night.
John Cooper Barker will get the benefit of the third block shot of the game for Phil Thacker. Be his first trip to the line. You mentioned the depth of Chesapeake, and that's where all 8 guys that have played for them have scored. For Portsmouth, they haven't played 8. You're dealing with a couple different things, injuries, and because of that, we're getting the cat on the scoreboard. Good work there, Kenneth. But because of the injuries and other issues, it's making it to where, this Chesapeake team is able to use that entire depth. Like John Cooper Barker, we barely said his name tonight. He's got 8 points.
So he knocks down 2 free throws there. Portsmouth trying to salvage something out of these last 3.5 minutes. There's a 3 from Makai Berry. It's off the mark. John Cooper Barker, the rebound for Chesapeake. Kazee working on Joe Green. Kazee drives, puts it up. Kazee gets the spin and gets it to fall. Tough finish from the All-Ohioan.
Yeah, dude is a flat-out player.
Connie Thomas drives past Thacker and gets to the basket with ease. Connie Thomas with another drive and finish. Kazee again with it. Now out to John Cooper Barker. Barker the drive, nice dish. Freckle with the finish and a foul.
Yeah, right now things just opening up, and because of that, the different skilled guys right now for Chesapeake are kind of exposing this Portsmouth defense, and it's making things easy for Carson Freckle because that's 20 points now for him. But also for Portsmouth, you're seeing what Connie Thomas can do as well.
Back into the game for Chesapeake are Dennis Scarberry and Andrew Isaacs with 2:35 remaining here at the Trojan Arena. As Freckle knocks down the free throw, completes the three-point play. He's got 21. Joe Green, wide open, corner 3, he buries it. Second 3 of the night for Joe Green. Lets it fly with confidence.
Yeah, 6 points for the freshman. Once again, only going to get better and better throughout.
Perkins, the pull-up, knocks it down. Nothing but net from Caden Perkins.
6 points for Caden Perkins.
Jay Lofton now pulls up from downtown and airmails it. Long rebound chased down by Caden Perkins. Full court pass. John Cooper Barker, the easy layup.
A good look ahead. John Cooper Barker now in double figures as well.
Connie Thomas pulls up from way deep, and it's all backboard. Freckle the rebound. Panthers with a 3-on-2. Freckle picks it up. Freckle steps through, taken away by Connie Thomas. Thomas on the other end, the underhand, too strong, but a foul.
Well, Thomas will step to the line for his 10th and 11th attempts of the night.
Minute and a half to go here from Portsmouth. Some scoring updates from around our area. Halftime at Unioto, the Shermans in front of Circleville, 23-18 in a non-league contest. Connie Thomas knocks down the first free throw. Andy Chapman back on the floor for Chesapeake.
Yeah, that matchup over in Frenchtown, probably for the 1 seed in Division 4. I don't know if it matters because that Division 4 is loaded. So, I mean, either way, it just kind of depends on what night you're going to play, but you're going to play someone really talented, just like in Division 3 and 5. And to be honest, Division 6 and 7 as well in our area. This might be the deepest our area's been in a while.
Connie Thomas knocks down both. Here's a runner from Caden Perkins. Can't get it to fall. Chapman, the offensive rebound, steps through and puts it in other side.
Nice job there by Andy Chapman, being patient and finishing.
Largest lead of the night now for the Panthers, coming up on a minute remaining. Connie Thomas to the basket, tough finish, and a foul.
And Connie Thomas, 22 points now. Just, dude can play. And if you get Daquan Woods back to 100%, keep him out of foul trouble, this guards win in the postseason in basketball. Like, you know, good guard play wins you games. We saw that with Northwest 2 years ago when they played the Portsmouth team. They were loaded with guards. The guards won the game, even though that was a really talented Portsmouth team.
Under a minute to go. Chesapeake will be in no hurry to do anything with the basketball. Panthers on their way to win number 13 in a row and move to 11-1 in OVC play. Just working around the perimeter, trying to kill the remaining 30 seconds we have here in Portsmouth.
This will be a good win for Chesapeake. They'll have a chance to lock up the OVC title on Tuesday when they host Ironton. That should be just a fantastic game.
They have one more game before that. They'll head across the river to Paintsville, Kentucky tomorrow night.
That was a good early season challenge for them as well.
But that's going to wrap it up from Portsmouth. The Chesapeake Panthers dominate here on the road. 70-49, your final score from the Trojan Arena. Chesapeake improves to 17-1, 11-1 in the OVC. And now the matchup is set for Tuesday night at the Pearson Court when they welcome Ironton for the OVC title. Should be a great one Tuesday night in Lawrence County.
Yeah, that's what you sign up for. If, you know, when you get the weather, certain dates get kind of moved around, however, and with the dates getting moved to whatever, you get the biggest game of the year in your league playing at the end of the year. Should be really fun. Really looking forward to seeing where Chesapeake and Ironton fall. Like I said earlier, not sure it really matters because of how deep Division 5 is, but if you can get the easiest road possible, you want to do so, and if that means the 1 seed, you want to get the 1 seed.
We'll step aside and come back, give our final thoughts on this one. Once again, Chesapeake takes down Portsmouth 70-49, the final. You're watching Ohio High School basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Rathkamp Financial is a comprehensive financial services firm committed to helping our clients improve their long-term financial success. Our customized programs seek to grow, protect, and conserve our clients' wealth by delivering personalized service and expertise. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member, FINRA SIPC. Please call us at 740-775-1040 to schedule a consultation.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders. Crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's fun to say. Tendies, tendies, tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our... For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
At Chillicothe Comfort Heating and Air, your comfort is our priority year-round.
Whether it's blazing hot or freezing cold, we've got your back with fast, reliable service you can trust.
Locally owned, honest, and done right the first time.
We have financing options available for every budget, as well as 60 months, 0% interest.
Call us today and feel the difference that comfort makes.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
We welcome you back to Portsmouth High School here on this Friday night in OVC play. The Chesapeake Panthers come out on top in this battle with Portsmouth 70-49. Carson Francis and John Bruce back with you. John, it just seemed like Chesapeake from start to finish was out in front. Carson Frecka had a huge game all around. Chesapeake, both sides of the ball, just had a step above Portsmouth, and were able to come out on top with ease tonight.
Yeah, because of that, it ends up being a pretty easy win for Chesapeake on the clock, or on the scoreboard. But I really liked what Portsmouth was able to do in that second half, at least energy-wise. Just can't start slow against a team like Portsmouth or a team like Chesapeake, or it ends up being a 21-point game, because this is a team that is absolutely loaded. 8 players played, all 8 score for you. If you're Chesapeake, Coach Ader has to be really proud of what his team's been able to do throughout the season, and now you got a chance to play for a league title, but you got a really tough one with Paintsville tomorrow as well.
Portsmouth, on the other hand, falls to 11-9, 7-5 in the OVC. 2 games remain on the schedule for Portsmouth. On Monday night, they will welcome Fairland here to the Trojan Arena before they travel to Gallia Academy Wednesday night to round out their OVC slate and the regular season.
I believe it was Portsmouth that Fairland played, where they hit 16 at 24-3. So I mean,
the final score of that game was 92-70.
Yeah, that was one of those, like, hey, this team's got to get better defensively. I can see some positives defensively for Portsmouth, but overall, still got to get better on the defensive side of the ball. Now, let's jump to Chesapeake real quick. Just go through their scoring on the night. They were led by Carson Frecka, 21 points, 14 rebounds. Just a heck of a night for him. 14 points, 4 assists for Maddox Kazee. 10 points, 5 rebounds for John Cooper Barker. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 blocks for Philip Thacker. 6 points, 4 rebounds for Caden Perkins. And then you had 4 points off the bench for Andy Chapman. 3 points off the bench for Dennis Scarberry and Andrew Isaacs. Only 8 turnovers in the game for Chesapeake in a game that was played with a pretty quick pace. So nicely done by Chesapeake to handle the ball very well. For Portsmouth, didn't get a whole lot of depth of scoring tonight. We talked about Lenishay McKinley was out tonight, did not play. Daquan Woods sat the first quarter, fouled out early in the fourth. So they were a little bit, shorthanded, but ultimately you still got to be better on the defensive side of the ball. But, man, they got some really good production out of Connie Thomas, 23 points. It felt like he could get whatever shot he wanted throughout the game. He ended up being 9 of 11 from the free throw line. A really nice performance by Connie Thomas. 10 points, 8 rebounds off the bench for Daquan Woods. As we mentioned, fouled out, but his energy level was really high. I felt like he didn't deflect as many passes as he did against St. Trace, but, man, he's got really active hands, and because he wasn't deflecting as many, he was getting more bodies, which leads to the fouls. So got to tighten that up for their next one. But Joe Green had 6 points on a pair of threes. Logan Atkins had 6 points, and then 4 points, 7 rebounds from Makai Berry. You just see a lot of positives for this team coming, but you got 3 senior guards. Now's the time where you really got to start putting things together and try to build off of it to make it a little tournament run here as well.
Well, looking ahead to our coverage here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by Ohio Health, we've got a game tomorrow night, some shaction for you in Highland County as Fairfield plays host to Peebles in boys action. The Peebles Indians looking for a share of the Shack 2 title tomorrow night in Highland County.
Yeah, and Fairland has a glimmer of a chance, because if Fayetteville is knocked off by Manchester, which Manchester's got a 1,000-point score, they're a feisty team. It is possible, but ultimately, if Peebles win, will guarantee them at least a share of the Shack 2 title. And when you start off with 2 losses pretty early, that's pretty much all you can ask for if you're Coach Airy and his group. It should be a really fun game. Some really good shooters are going to be on display tomorrow night in Leesburg.
Shane Combs and I will have the call from Leesburg tomorrow night. One final time here in Portsmouth. It's Chesapeake coming out on top of the Trojans 70-49. They improved to 17-1 on the season. From Kenneth A., our cameraman, and John Bruce, I'm Carson Francis. We thank you for tuning in to tonight's presentation of Ohio High School basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.